Welcome, and from me is a Spiphone A10 Pro, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks that you can do on this device. So we're going to start off with the mirror vision, which will improve the quality of the what you're seeing on the screen. Basically just enhance the image by adding a little bit more contrast and saturation to the image. And to do it, you want to go into the settings and then to the display right here. And at the very top you will find mirror vision, so tap on it and that's up here. And select picture mode, and by default it's selected to standard. You want to tap on vivid, and immediately once you tap on it you will see a little bit of a change in the colors. It also should be visible on the camera, but yeah, you want to keep it on vivid. Then go back and you will also see on the bottom dynamic contrast, so tap on it. And now once I actually enable it, you won't see much of a difference, but when you see the difference is when I actually disable it. For some reason when you enable it, the way it like enables just kind of gradually adds the contrast, while when you disable it, it just snaps back to the old one. So it's not really visible when you enabling it, not much, but you can see the difference when I disable that. The image gets immediately like grayish and kind of, I'm not really sure how to even explain it. It just seems more vibrant and kind of popping out. So this is the first thing. Now moving on to the second thing that I want to show is the hiding password, but the option itself is called make password visible. So to demonstrate it, if I choose any kind of protected network, considering it's the quickest thing I can enable, and when I start typing in the password, you can see that the latest letter I have pressed is always visible in there. So theoretically, if I type and someone is looking over my shoulder, they can gather my password just by looking at every letter that comes up in the sequence, which is way easier than actually, let's say, if someone's a double thumb typing on it, pick it up. So yeah, so to disable this, so you don't see the latest letter being pressed in the sequence there, you can just go into the settings and then go under the security, so right here, and you'll find the make password visible. Just disable that. And now if we go back into the network again as an example, and I start typing, you can see that it's an immediate dot. There is no letter visible that I have pressed, so it's a nice feature. Now moving on to the next thing I will show is the scheduled power on and off. Now the option itself isn't very spectacular, it just does what it says, but what it also does, which isn't really displayed, is clears cache and any kind of background tasks, which will also improve the battery and longevity of the battery in the long term. Now you can set it up to basically turn on and off every single day or night, depending how you set it up, or you can, as it's advised, set it up to only be done once a week. So to do it, you want to go into the settings again and then go all the way down, and you will find scheduled power on and off. And you have the on and off both separate. And what you want to do is, number one, enable them both like so, and then tap on the time itself, and you will see this is the on time, so whenever the phone actually turns back on. So I'll tap on the time itself, and I will just select it to be at 11. I'm just gonna select to PM, so it's more of a nighttime, and just gonna keep it at equal 11. Okay, that's when it turns on. And then I'm just gonna choose a single day of the week, so I'm gonna select Sunday, like so. Okay, and now tap on done, and then go back to the off, so when the device turns off, and you want to make that actually before the 11, so around, let's put it 10:55, again PM. Okay, and also select it to be only Sunday, like so. Tap on OK, and then again done. And now the phone will power off on Sunday at 10:55 PM and power back on 5 minutes after that. And that's basically all it really needs. So that was another thing that I want to share. And now moving to again, not very glamorous option, but it's the airplane mode. And what it will allow you to do is just, if you're having problems, it's more of a like with problem of calls. So if you're struggling with like hearing someone and you see your low reception, all you can really do is just pull it down and tap on airplane mode and then disable it again. And now once the device connects back onto basically Wi-Fi and everything that it was previously connected to, when it comes down to cell towers, it will connect to the closest one, which might not have been the case previously. And by disabling basically the reception, you disable from that farther away tower and then connect to the closest one to you. And hopefully it will resolve your problems with call quality. And going on to the last part I want to share is the developer options. Now, as you probably see, everything on the phone itself is animated, so whatever you do, there is some kind of animations. If it's opening, closing apps, it's basically all animated, of like sliding, popping in and out, fading. And you can shorten those animations through developer options, because otherwise there is no other settings for it. And to enable the developer options, first you want to go into the settings, then about phone, as I am right now, and then go into the build number. So wherever that is, current build version, I guess. Yep, there it is. So it's called current build version. And you will see you are now a developer. And if you go back, you will now see that there's a new option called developer options. And from there, you just want to scroll down till you see transition animation scale, window animation scale, and animation duration scale. Now, I think I already changed them because by default they should be set to 1, not half. So they will be like this. But as you can see, you can change them. And what this will do is now, I believe that's the speed it should be. So when I tap on things, you can see that a little bit clearer, the animations of it, like going up or down and popping into the full screen or out of it. But you can set it up to half speed and it will greatly increase the speed, or you can just completely turn it off by setting it to off, and it will not do anything apart from just disabling the animations themselves. So now if you tap on close, it will automatically just fade out of existence without any animation. Same goes for opening it up. Previously you could see that from that little window it would go to the full screen. So it's a fairly nice thing if you want to kind of improve how the phone feels in terms of speed. But yeah, that would conclude every tweak and trick that I want to share with you. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.